I welcome the fact that the Commission is being established. I do think there are real issues with the very, very long delay that it's taken to get here. There's issues about the time frame that's proposed, which is another delay. There's very, very serious issues about redress. And there are issues, as I read through it, in relation to how survivors' testimonies are to be treated. If I get time, I want to come back to all of that. I just want to start by paying tribute to all those survivors. I've met on a number of occasions survivors from Cray Lane in Limerick. It's obviously horrendous, the abuse that they suffered and the devastating impact that it has had on their lives. But they recently came into the possession of documents within the church which reveal just exactly what was going on within the church, the knowledge that those at the top of the church had, and the fact that they did nothing apart from move around some teachers that they knew and priests who they knew were abusers. So there's the first letter is a letter from a paedophile Christian brother to his superiors in the Catholic hierarchy. It's a letter dated the 24th of February 1970 from Brother John Kevin Drummond, and it's addressed to Brother Loftus, head of the Christian Brothers Training College. And it says, "It is, dear Brother Loftus, it is with deep regret that I send you this application for a dispensation of my temporary vows. I have interfered sexually with some of my pupils, and I cannot in conscience allow myself to remain in the congregation, much less to go back to the classroom knowing that the same thing could happen again. Please accept my sincerest apologies for the harm I have done to the congregation, and pray for me that I may make up in some way the harm that I have done for those boys. I would be very grateful if you would send on the dispensation as soon as possible, as I am only a nuisance and embarrassment to the brothers at the moment. I have been changed from Limerick, where it happened, to the above address, which is the Christian Brothers in James's Street, Dublin 8. Then there's a letter to the Vicar General enclosing Brother Drummond's confession. It says, quote, "I have a little more trouble for you. We're getting more than our share of it these days. Our council voted unanimously that he should be dispensed and let go, and we would be grateful if you do the needful in the matter as soon as convenient. Of course, there is no immediate hurry. If there were, I suppose we could give him leave of absence in anticipation of the dispensation coming." And then the third document is one that is signed by the Vicar General, which says, "Acting in accordance with the faculties granted by decree of the Sacred Congregation of Religious, and in response to the request of Brother Kevin Drummond of St Helens Province, Ireland, the Governor-General being away from Rome, the Vicar General, with the affirmative vote of the General Council, now declares that Brother John Kevin Drummond is freed from the obligations of his vows." So he's released from his vows, but it's never reported to the Gardaí. The Church later denied any knowledge of what had happened, and they concealed the evidence that they knew about it for years. The Catholic Church knew all about paedophile priests and brothers. They were and are complicit in the endemic rape and sexual abuse of children. They knew about it, but they prioritised protecting the reputation and wealth of the Church over the needs of the children in their care. And the truth is that the state, in thrall to the Church, did exactly the same. Very quickly on the issues, there needs to be redress. Redress can't be kicked further down the road. The state needs to pay redress now and then pursue the Church and the religious orders in a full way, including seizing assets, in order to compensate for that. But the survivors must receive redress immediately. There cannot be any more delays. The other point I'll briefly make is I am concerned with how the terms of reference for the Commission refers to the evidence. It says it shall exercise its discretion in relation to the extent of the evidence that it considers. It says that the Commission may make such findings and further recommendations arising out of its investigation relating to the handling of child sexual abuse and child protection. In its recommendations, the Commission may also have regard to the work of the Survivor Engagement Programme. And I'm concerned about the separation of the survivor testimony. Survivor testimony needs to be core to the work of the Commission.